Hello students, good morning. Dear students, this is the chapter number 2nd and lecture number also 2. The title of the lesson, that is the microorganism. In previous lecture, we were study about the microorganism, their study, their occurrence, as well as the types of microorganisms. Now students, here we are going to discuss about the first type of, or you can say that about the simplest type of microorganisms which were first discovered by Antony von Leeuwenhoek, and you all of you very well known from the first lecture of this chapter who was Antony von Leeuwenhoek. Antony von Leeuwenhoek is known as father of microbiology as well as bacteriology. Yes students, we are discussing previous lecture about the father of bacteriology as well as father of microbiology. So students, what is bacteria? In short, you can define bacteria. It is a prokaryotic type of organism or a single celled underdeveloped type of organism. It means its cell is not fully developed. Ahead you all of you study about the types of cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So we not could go in detail about the prokaryotic and eukaryotic in this lecture. Just going to define the bacteria are the single cell. It means unicellular. What students? Single celled organism means unicellular organism. It means whose bodies consist of single cell with a cell wall as its outer covering. As we wear the clothes to cover our body, like that, this single celled organism is protected by a single, you can say that, covering that is somewhat thick, rigid, tough and has 3 layers. This is called cell wall. Students, for your knowledge, the cell wall are the main characteristics of the plant cell, and the cell wall are made up of a substance known as cellulose. Of what the cell wall is made up of? It is made up of a substance, cellulose. Cellulose is a complex type of carbohydrate. Is that clear? Now students, the size of bacteria. The size of bacteria ranging from 0.2 micrometer to 100 micrometer. This is, students, read as micron. What? Micron, and its prefix is micro. What? Micro. Its prefix is micro. 1 micron is equal to 1 micron. What you pronunciate it? Micron. 1 micron is equal to 10 to power minus 6, or you can define it, 1 micrometer is equal to 1 upon 10 to power 6 meter. Is that clear? It means 1 micrometer is the 1 upon 10 to power 6th part of a meter, which is very least quantity or very least size. That's why they are called microscopic organisms. And what is the largest size of bacteria? That is about 100 micrometer. Is that clear? Now students, types of bacteria. On the basis of shapes of bacteria, they are further classified into following 4 types. What are that? The first one is the Kochi bacteria. Its singular is Coccus. Kochi is the spherical shaped bacteria. What shape? Spherical shaped bacteria. They are spherical in shape and they are found in solitary, it means singly, as well as they are found in a group of 2 or more spherical shaped bacteria. On this basis, they are said to be, when singly found or alone found, called monococcus. When 2 spherical shaped bacteria are found in a pair, called diplococcus, and when a long chain or a group of bacteria is found, then called streptococcus. Now students, here are the example of the staphylococcus bacteria, and this bacteria causes the spoilage of food when it comes in contact with the edible items. Is that clear? Now students, the next one is the bacilli or bacillus shaped bacteria. The term bacillus means rod shaped. What? Rod shaped, or you can say it cylindrical. What? Cylindrical. As here in this diagram, it is trying to illustrate, and you can also found the colorful diagram of these bacteria in your textbook, page number 80. Is that clear? So these are rod-shaped or cylindrical bacteria and called bacillus. Salmonella typhi, which causes typhoid fever. This is a bacillus-shaped bacteria. Now students, the next one is the spider. Its singular is spirulum. It means it is just like a spring, or a helical shape. That's why they are called, or you can say wave shape. How? Wave. The wave of water or any other types of waves in a medium that is accompanied by binding a thread or rubber, and after stretching just is pushed off, then such like that motion is obtained, that is called wave or wave motion. So these bacteria are the spiral or wave shaped, and as here in this diagram it is clearly illustrated how a spiral bacteria is look like. There is an example of Treponema pallidum. What? Treponema pallidum. Treponema pallidum is the international name of, you can say that it is also called biological name of this bacteria. This causes a sexually transmitted disease that is called syphilis. Now students, another and last type of bacteria on the basis of shape, that is the curved or comma shaped bacteria. Curved or comma shaped bacteria. As its name clear that it is comma shaped. So here one of the comma shaped bacteria is illustrated having mobile organs that is a flagellated organ, and this is the Vibrio bacteria, are also called Vibrio cholerae. It leads a disease that is called cholera. So students, these are the different shapes of bacteria and their names just similar to their shape. So it is easy to learn and remember them to with the name of their shape. Now students, the economical impacts of bacteria. What are economical impacts? In this topic, we learn about what are the useful as well as harmful impact of bacteria, how the bacteria are useful and how they are harmful to us. In this topic, we study about the harmful, some of the harmful and some of the useful bacteria's action. So let's begin with the useful bacteria. Students, E. coli bacteria. It is found in our intestine and helps in digestion process. Yes, students, in herbivores like cow buffaloes, they are ruminant, and this type of bacteria are found that are helpful in the digestion of cellulose. So they are also responsible for cellulose digestion mechanism. Now the second is the Rhizobium. The Rhizobium bacteria are mainly found in the root of leguminous plant, where root of leguminous plants, and these plants have root nodules like structures in which the bacteria are present. Then what is the role of bacteria to presence in the root nodules of the leguminous plants? They are responsible for nitrogen fixation. Yes, students, nitrogen fixation. They play an important role to fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil, that helps in enhancing the fertile nature of the soil to produce more of the production. Next one is the Lactobacillus, and this is the very common name for you all of you because you are very well known about this. The Lactobacillus bacteria are generally found in the milk. They are responsible for curdling of milk. It means the turning of milk into curd is carried by the presence of the bacteria that is called Lactobacillus. And what we look here, these are the bacillus shaped bacteria. Is that clear? Next one is the students methanogen bacteria. As its name clear that methane, it means they are responsible for the production of methane gas by the decomposition of organic substances, and they are mainly responsible for the production of biogas in gobar gas plant or biogas digester, that is also called biogas digester. The presence of methanogen bacteria helps in the formation of methane gas that is also refilled in our gas cylinder. That's why the biogas are used as fuel for cooking as well as for production of electricity in the rural areas. Have you ever visited any biogas plant, or you can also call in the rural areas as gobar gas plant, because more amount of cow dungs, buffalo's dungs are used to produce the biogas in this plant. So if in your neighboring or in your villages such plants are established, then you have to visit and also collect information from the owner of that plant and know more about the function of methanogens bacteria. Now students, the other useful impacts of bacteria. As students, you often listen, iron cuts iron. लोहा लोहे को काटता है. As we also saw that iron saw can helps in cutting the iron rods, and lots of equipments are there used to cut the iron that is also made up of iron, like saw. So antibiotics. What are antibiotics? You very well know that these are the type of curative drugs. They are useful to treat the diseases which are spread by any bacteria or fungal infection. Yes. So these antibiotics are extracted from the by some useful bacteria. It means the antidotes are extracted from the bacteria to provide effective curative drugs to fight against the infection that is spread by the other types of harmful bacteria. So students, these are the useful impacts of the bacteria. Now going to discuss about the harmful effects of bacteria, and there are some listed name of bacteria that are harmful to us. Let's going to see Salmonella typhi. As I was explained about Salmonella typhi. What are Salmonella typhi? The Salmonella typhi are the, as we here in Bacilli, we study about the Salmonella typhi. They causes a fever that is called typhoid. Yes, students, they leads to the typhoid fever. Now, Clostridium botulism. Clostridium botulism. These are the spiral bacteria. Clostridium is a spiral shaped bacteria, and they are known for food poisoning. Yes, students, they are known for food poisoning. They spread, they just changes the taste and smell of the food, and when a person consumes such spoiled food or edible items, then he troubles from the food poisoning disease. It means the severe diarrhea. Now students, the another harmful example of harmful bacteria is Vibrio cholerae, and it leads a disease that is called cholera. Cholera. Is that clear? Bacillus tuberculosis. Yes, students, Bacillus tuberculosis is the very, you can say, common or very famous name with the name of the disease they spread. They spread the TB. It means tuberculosis. What? Tuberculosis disease in human. In this disease, the person suffer from the severe infection of lungs, and it is symptomized by the whooping during long duration of time, whooping and coughing for long duration of time. Then it can be symptomized by the presence of this bacteria. In this disease, the weight of the person also loses very rapidly. Next one is the student Xanthomonas citrei. Xanthomonas citrei are the kind of bacteria. Their presence spoil the fruits and vegetables, and the Xanthomonas citrei are well known for spreading the disease in the citrus fruit, that is called citrus canker. What? Citrus canker. Not cancer, just it canker. In your textbook also given about the Xanthomonas, so you have to study this topic, and if any kind of confusion, then you can ask. So Xanthomonas citrei causes citrus canker. What is citrus canker disease? In this disease, the peel of the fruit get spoiled, get melt. As you can use the term, it get melt or it get spoiled, and a patch is formed on the fruit peel that also spoil the fruit completely or thoroughly. So if such kind of symptoms is seen in the fruits or vegetable, so never you have to go consume, and thus the topic is completed about study about the bacteria, and stay safe, stay home. But there is a good news comes out. The school will be open, but from class 9 to 12 from 16 August. So students, keep watching the lecture and attempt your class from home. Stay safe and stay healthy.